Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading. Definitely, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message, I am super grateful that you are here. Guys, Saturday, November 1st of 2025, 2:24 on the clock as we begin the message. And definitely, we just passed Halloween. Hope you guys had a fun and safe evening and that you are enjoying the start of your weekend or the middle of your weekend, however you want to look at it. If you are seeing any combination of the numbers associated with today's date or the time of the message, you could be seeing 224, you could be seeing 2525, you could be seeing 111 or 1111 or 1125. Literally any combination of these numbers associated with today's date in the message. Please do look those up in the angel number and gematria meanings so you can get a deeper insight into today's message specifically for you. Okay, guys, so yes, this particular download, this one sounds like a saga, a movie, a series on Netflix. I don't know. It's wild, but I got to give the message as it comes through. Big shout out to the collectives for the support of the lives on TikTok and also for liking and sharing the messages here on YT and on TikTok. And we are also on Lemon. So definitely you can check us out over there. Same name, but over on Lemon. So that's going to be the at Ora_Gen_Lightworker. And you can find more of the content that you love right there on the Lemonade app. Okay. So guys, I am just kind of monitoring this bunny and walking around as she's walking around. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. She's out on the floor right now, but she's having a good Saturday. That's what I love. So guys, today's message. There is an ancient group or order that has had peace to work, live, and thrive. I heard for thousands of years, but in the download here, I've written down a long time. So whether it's thousands of years or a long time, it's a long time. So definitely as I get into this reading here today, more about like who this ancient group or order is generally, okay? I'm not going into specifics and giving names of groups. This could apply in different spaces and places. Please do take the energy as it resonates. And definitely use discernment when listening to oracle, channeled messages, and tarot. Every message will not be your message, and every message will not resonate. But basically, I heard that something about this ancient order or group is deeply steeped in music or things having to do with musical exploration or music of some kind. Okay. And yes, I could be talking about individuals with certain bloodline in the music industry, or I could just be talking about some ancient group or order that really expresses or is tapped into music. Take the energy as it resonates. So what I heard from this download is these energies, they were kings and royalty, and their children had an inheritance. But at some point, they met with some kind of overthrowing of their group or kingdom. So basically, I'm picking up they had to kind of sit back in the cut. They kind of had to phase in or blend in. And that is the state they've been in for a very long time. I put an asterisk on here that I saw someone of importance holding a specific breed of dog that is very popular, or that these energies associated with this group or ancient order are drawn to. Some special kind of dog. I can see that they're smaller, and I think they kind of have like a whitish fur of some kind, and they're a smaller dog. So they love this kind of dog, okay? Someone does not know, and this is the part where it taps into the collectives today for this message. Someone does not know that they are from this lineage. So there's some of this bloodline in you, evidently, for those of you who resonate, and that there's a new war coming. But this one is during a new timeline. So there might have been some timeline that an energy was previously on. It's not that timeline. It's a new timeline. And this is the timeline where a war is coming, some sort of uprising around this group or involving this ancient order or group. So I heard that there will be those who do not fully understand that will be asked to understand something ancient and join the fight. So this is giving me some sort of new information, or like the moon card, something being revealed or something being illuminated to you that was once in the shadows, or something you didn't even think about, know about, or understand. I saw one man standing up and speaking loudly against one of these energies, and then others joined in. Soon, the entire group had come against this man in solidarity. And then there was a wave of revolt, and the place was overtaken with this other group / military who began to combat the uprising. So the point of the message is, whomever resonates with today's energy, you are a part of this sacred order, but you did not know it. And this one man in solidarity, I'm not speaking about Yeshua, okay? Just for those who might be going down that path. And it's not because Yeshua is not an important or prominent figure when it comes to, the earth school and lessons. Yeshua was one of the masters here that was here to teach us things, to show us our capability, like what we are capable of. But this is not the one man. There's something, either this is symbolic, which is what I'm really picking up. It's like a small group is standing up in opposition to this ancient order or group, okay? Now, even though I mentioned that this ancient order or group had been overthrown in some form, still, this group in this timeline has had the ability of being able to, be in a state of peace to some extent, to work, live, and thrive. Now, that's saying something to me, because in our current timeline, for those of you who are hearing this message, it's not an easy thing to thrive. We might be peaceful within ourselves, working, living, and doing, what we're here to do. But thriving is a challenge, okay? For an entire order or group to be thriving, I ask a question like, okay, why is it that this group is able to thrive and generally the populace is not? So I am picking up that this group, because I did have one of the cards, the autocrat, come out. This group is some group associated with royalty, with people who are in bloodlines associated with, when I say royalty, I mean earthly royalty. I mean royalty inside of this setup here, this experience in this timeline. I'm not talking about royalty as far as like Gaia is concerned, or royalty as far as like spiritual lineage. They may just have a specific bloodline that opens certain doors for them because they are born into certain families. But it doesn't mean that that bloodline is considered outstanding, everlasting, and royal in the bigger sense of the picture. It might be featured here in this timeline and under these systemic setups, okay? So all of this led me to believe that this group that we're speaking about, they're not coming through as like a group that is overtly fighting, battling, and contesting others here on Gaia during this timeline. I'm not picking that up, but they are also pretty self-focused over the past centuries, right? Almost like a protective gig, like somebody that went into isolation or went into some form of setting themselves aside or off to the side to avoid conflict. So, this is giving me something more like Templar energy or something like that, but I don't know that it's that group. Spirit is not giving me the exact name of the group. There might be a reason for that, but it's more like that as opposed to something overt and really negative and toxic that's being aimed directly at the populace. That's not what I'm picking up. But they've definitely been an order or group that has been off to the side, out of the spotlight. But because of their bloodline, they've been able to thrive, survive here for a prolonged period of time without a ton of issues. But they definitely were overthrown at some point. This could also be like a Starseed group or something associated with a group that has bloodlines associated with other bloodlines. Energy-based connections, because now we're talking about other beings and other star seeds, other solar systems, other whatever, something outside of Gaia. This could also be energies that are associated with other beings that have been here for a long time on Gaia or from outside of what we would consider our general world that we live in. And I say that because there's lots of new understandings on what our world is now coming up that people are exploring, right? Whether you believe that it's worlds that are enclosed in walls or whether you believe it's dimensional worlds, it's something outside of our commonly known world. So that's why, I'm careful about using the term bloodline too much, because that may not be the connector outside of this experience in this timeline. It might be that your energy has traveled through other spaces and places, and so you have a connection. But bloodline is the term that came in really strong to help someone understand that this is their message. So it seems like someone is awakening. This could be symbolic for a group that does not know that they are affiliated with this ancient order or group. And they're being asked to stand up as one with this group as a certain time approaches. And when this happens, it triggers a whole event. Some sort of uprising associated with this group awakening and standing up. Now, for those of you who look at things from a scriptural or biblical standpoint, this might sound kind of like, I can't remember if it was Daniel that saw the statue. Maybe it was. I don't know. Guys, sorry. I could be wrong. Might be in the book of Daniel, but there was a statue. It might be associated with Nebuchadnezzar. I can't remember, but there was a statue that had different kinds of material on it, from the toes all the way up to the head, and it was talking about the different world powers that surfaced. You might connect it that way to the feet of iron and clay and how they don't mix, and kind of like the non-mixing of the people and the groups with the higher and more elite groups, and how it creates a collapse of everything because there's an uprising. Because I do see something about group or military, but I don't know that it's exactly that, but it's interesting that popped into my head. There's something that doesn't mix or blend well. And as soon as there is a standing up of a group, which is symbolized by this person who's unaware of their ancient lineage, let's put it that way, it triggers a whole mass of events. And part of that is military. I don't know what else to say about it. That's kind of what came through, guys. Got to give the message the way it came through. So just briefly here, because that's generally the message. The first card that came out was out of the Starseed Oracle, and that was the Earth School card. So I'm being told that this is some sort of initiation or the start of somebody becoming active with a group or order due to their awakening and acknowledging their connection with it. So this one talks about life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Somebody is definitely in a state of higher learning or will be soon as they are made aware of this. And I'm hearing that this is something Spirit is going to do to help you to know that this message is for you or to help you to acknowledge your lineage, okay? But the Earth School card says planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Emphasis on this. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. So somebody's in an initiation phase and somebody is going to go through some massive growth due to this understanding being illuminated to them. I'm also hearing here that pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth, just like what I was talking about. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course, a universal training course as well. And if you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. So many ways to grow and learn here, guys. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on earth. So your soul starseed inquiry is, how are you being called to grow or learn? It's amazing. So guys, we've got some really powerful energy coming in here associated with the collectives and their opportunity to understand more about themselves and utilize this as a catalyst for growth. Now, other cards that came out were from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And this was really interesting because talking about this group, because I was asking Spirit, like, what do we need to understand about this? Somebody has some energy here associated with a soulmate. Now, this could be a romantic partner. This could be a soulmate in the sense of like someone that you have a deep bond, friendship, or connection with, and it's not intimate, okay? But it's something that your soul paths align or connect, okay? Number 41, you might be 41 years old. The numbers 444 or 1111 might have something to do with this for you, or might be numbers that you're seeing. You could also have an April birthday, okay? So there's somebody that is not going to be able to mend something for you. And the reason why I'm saying that, it's interesting. I actually picked these cards up backwards, but the message is the same either way. Number 6 is prominent. 66, you might be 66 years old. Something may have happened 6 years ago, or when you were the age 6, or 666 could be numbers that resonate. We got the 1111 energy here again. But Spirit is saying something is not for you. There is a soulmate or a soul path person that at some point was like a soulmate, or you viewed them like that. Spirit is saying that it's not for you, or someone approaching is not for you, that is going to put themselves in the position of, hey, hi, I'm here, I'm your soulmate. And Spirit is saying no. Like the fortune cookie on the chessboard says nope. Okay, very clear message here. And Spirit says number 16 could be somebody you knew at age 16, okay, or a long-term relationship. You might be 16 years old. I don't know. But Spirit is saying all that glitters is not gold. And that is the card we have here with this number 16. So something is going to look really enticing. Okay. Or somebody could be popping up from the past trying to mend something. And Spirit is saying, all that glitters is not gold. It's not for you. I also picked up strongly in relation to the specific download today. So that's a general message for whomever it resonates with. But for the specific message today, there may be someone associated with, you know, a group or an order that is going to pop up like a soulmate, a close confidant, a close companion, a close friend. And they're not who they say they are, or that's not really who they are at all. Like the whole thing is a facade. Because I told you I picked up something here about like somebody trying to like, somebody doesn't understand fully who they are. And so there are other energies that do understand who they are and might be trying to, I heard, coerce or gain their approval and support. And it's not appropriate or not in alignment for your soul path, what you're here to do. There's some sort of initiation that's going to happen due to your understanding growing in what you are, who you are, what your soul purpose is, what groups you're connected with in this timeline, in this incarnation. And as that understanding comes, you'll better be able to protect yourself, understand what to avoid and what to step around. Right now, I'm hearing that you're unaware. And so you're not fully sure how to navigate. You don't even know, in some cases, for those of you who resonate, like you have an inkling, but you don't even know what to navigate around. You just know there's something you need to be watchful or mindful of. I'm being told that more information is coming, but there might be a situation with a soulmate, a partner, somebody you're already currently engaging with, an energy that's getting ready to pop up and poise themselves as a soulmate or partner, and that's not what they are. Or a person that you knew from the past that is going to resurface and position themselves once again as a close, confident soulmate or partner. And Spirit is saying, no, this is not for you. For some of you, it's because this person is not who they say they are, and they understand who you are, either because someone told them and asked them to approach, or because they just know, or you are being moved away from this because this person is not someone that is going to come with you on this next leg of the journey, or is not suitable for the next leg of the journey. And Spirit, the universe, source has something else lined up for you. Okay. So really strong messaging. So whomever resonates with today's energy, those are things that really are popping up for me, is that you're getting ready to understand more about who you are in relation to this ancient order or group, something having to do with your bloodline or an energetic connection to this group, and something's getting ready to be revealed. Also, you're going to have some energies approaching you who, in whatever form, understand who you are and want to convince you to engage with them in some sort of soulmate partnership. And Spirit is saying, no, this is not for you, because there is something that you need to be focusing on. And Spirit's going to lead you in that direction. And everything that needs to come with it is going to come from you stepping in that direction and down that path. Okay, not returning to things that you put down because they no longer resonate. So guys, that is the message for today. I hope this was helpful. And if it wasn't helpful, it wasn't your message, at the very least, I hope it was interesting. And definitely, if you have been enjoying the messages, feel free here on YT to like, share, subscribe, hit the all button so you get all of your messages. And definitely follow me over on TT or TikTok. And you can follow that page there for more content if you are enjoying and want to hear more of the messages. You can also sign up to be a super fan and get a lot of really cool content and opportunities that you don't get just watching the videos and checking out the page. You get some really nice stuff. So it's like an enhanced experience when you join the super fans and you're part of a really high vibrational community. And you can ask questions of me personally in that community chat, as well as in the DMs and during the lives. You can ask me to pull cards. So, guys, it's really great value for the money. I think it's like $5.99 a month. But definitely, guys, want to send love and light to all of you who resonate with today's message. And definitely, if this is your message, I am super interested in hearing more about your journey. Feel free to leave a comment and also feel free to hit me up. My email is listed in the bio associated with the video and on my page. You can feel free to send me an email if you are interested in having a reading and going deeper into this to understand more about this ancient lineage or order that your bloodline or energy line is associated with. So, guys, that's it for me today. I am actually headed out to the Yumicon this evening, do a little cosplay, kind of hang out and get outside a little bit. Hope you guys had a really nice Halloween. Hope everybody's being safe this weekend and definitely enjoying the holiday weekend. This starts the beginning of all the holiday weekends. Whether you celebrate them or not, definitely you might be feeling a little energy around that. Take some time out for self-care and to really connect with what's coming up and utilize a nice self-centering tool to help yourself if you're feeling a little anxiety about the holidays approaching. Okay, guys, this is your girl Aura. Thank you so much for being with me today. And I do look forward to being with you in the next message. Love and light, guys.